Hello and welcome back to the Witching Hour. Against all better judgment, I'm going to continue to read this book. And I'm not going to tell you the name of this chapter because it'll spoil the ending of the chapter, which is probably what these always do. So we're just not going to do that anymore. But yeah, there's 3 more chapters of this. So if I break them up into 2 days each, it's going to be 6 more days of this, which is about what we have left. So we're going to start reading this. Frank strained to hear what the landlady was saying, but she spoke in a voice too low for him to understand. When she hung up, Frank tiptoed up the stairs to the room. Silently, he opened the door and slipped inside and told the others what happened. I don't know what we're up against now, he concluded, but we're sitting ducks. Maybe the 2 of us should stand guard while the other 2 sleep. His companions agreed, and Phil and Joe took the first shift, but the night passed without incident. In the morning, they held a council of war to plan their strategy for the next day. We don't have anything on tap until 9 o'clock tonight, Phil observed. Let's say we spend a day at the beach.
Great, Chet said, his eyebrows wiggled. Maybe we can meet some girls.
Take it easy, Romeo, said Joe. After breakfast, they strolled to a bathhouse near the promenade, donned swimming trunks, and ran into deep water. They swam around like seals for half an hour. Then they went to the beach and sprawled in the sand beside some other bathers. They began to chat. Phil lowered his voice and said, "Why are these people smiling at us?"
I noticed that too, Frank said. Maybe they're just friendly.
A woman heard him say, "I'll tell you why," she said. "It's because you're very brave boys."
What do you mean, ma'am?
Frank was puzzled. "Aren't 2 of you the Hardy boys?"
Yes, we are. I'm Frank. This is Joe.
Well then, you'd want to read this. The woman handed Frank a newspaper. Phil, Chet, and Joe gathered around him and read over his shoulder. The London paper described the sinking of the ferry boat. Frank and Joe Hardy were named as the 2 American passengers who did not abandon ship until just before she sank. They were picked up by a rescue boat. The captain was quoted, "They're very courageous," he said, "to take their chances in the Irish Sea instead of trying to climb aboard a crowded lifeboat."
Wow, Chet exclaimed, "a couple of heroes."
"Indeed they are," the woman said as Frank returned the paper and thanked her. But he looked unhappy. "No wonder our cover is blown," he muttered. "Our enemies know where we are for sure." "Sorry," Joe said sheepishly. "It's all my fault for talking too much."
"Nothing you can do about it now," Chet said. "You're big shots. You might as well enjoy it."
"Oh, I hope you do." Oh, "Oh, I hope you do," a voice came from a girl behind Joe. Startled, he turned around to look at the speaker, a willowy blonde with a big smile. I hope you enjoy your stay on Man," she said. "My name's Shirley Evans. I live here." After introduction, Shirley asked Chet and Phil if they'd been on the ferry boat too, and when she heard about their bicycle trip, she listened politely to their experiences for a few minutes. But it was obvious she had her eye on Joe. After a while, she directed all her attention to him. Joe did not mind at all, and they chatted gaily for a while and moved on away from the others, discussing foreign politics of their respective countries. Chet shook his head.
"What do you know? Joe's being swept off his feet right now before our eyes."
"Obviously, he's in love," Phil added. "Just look at him. His face is one big grin."
Frank chuckled. "Shirley's very pretty. I'd be grinning too if she picked me."
Phil laughed. "Some talk for a hard-boiled detective. I thought you only had work on your mind."
"There's a place and time for everything. Hey, look, we're in again."
Shirley had stood up and was addressing all the boys. "Why don't you come and have lunch at my house? It's just on the other side of the promenade. Mom and Dad would be glad to meet you." "Gee, thanks," Joe said, and sprang to his feet. But the others were reluctant. "We want another dip. We'll join you later." Shirley gave her address, took Joe's arm, and left. At home, she introduced her new American friend to her parents. Mrs. Evans, a charming woman with close-cut hair, was involved in social work. Mr. Evans, a tall, stout man, was a lawyer. They welcomed Joe, served lunch, and plied him with questions about himself. "Frank and I have just been to Dublin," Joe revealed. "We visited Colonel Stewart at Tara Lodge."
"Well, that's quite a coincidence," Evans said. "I served under Colonel Stewart in the army."
"Then you may have known the Marquis of Craighead, the one who disappeared 5 years ago. We're trying to find out what happened to him."
"Oh, sorry, I don't know Lord Craighead," the lawyer said, "but I remember when he vanished. It caused quite a stir in the military circles, all kinds of rumors about him. One even placed him here on the Isle of Man."
"How was that, sir?"
"A serving girl who had once worked in the kitchen at Craighead Castle took the ferry from Liverpool to the Isle of Man. During the voyage, she saw a ragged, unkempt man who looked like Lord Craighead. She couldn't be sure. I tried to find him without success." A ring at the doorbell announced the arrival of Frank, Phil, and Chet. They, too, had lunch while the Evans repeated what he had told Joe. "I couldn't have believed the ragged man really was Craighead," the lawyer went on. "He was an aristocrat, who always dressed well." "He could have been disguising himself to fool everybody," Phil commented. Evans admitted the possibility. Frank changed the subject. Have you lived here long, Mr. Evans? All my life. I was born here. This house belonged to my grandfather. Then you must know more about the feud between the Black and White Witches. Their host nodded. I've heard of it. There's Black Witches, Chet asked. Where do they hold their big powwow? Evans laughed. You mean where does the coven meet? I've been told it's an ancient mouldering castle on the west coast of the island. That's all I can tell you about Black Witchcraft. The White Witches are something else. Their headquarters are at the Witches' Mill in Castleton. That's on the southern coast, Mrs. Evans explained. I've been there. It's quite respectable. Shirley giggled. Respectable, Mother? How can witches be respectable? Well, Shirley, the couple who run the Witches' Mill told me the coven prayed for rain at the last meeting. I call that respectable. Our farmers needed rain. After a little more chatting, the boys thanked their hosts and got to go. Shirley said to Joe, Don't forget to write me, and added artfully, It'll foster international understanding. Her father chuckled. All right, Scout's honor, Joe replied as they left. We're going to leave off there. They went for a nice little lunch meeting with some people and learned a little bit more about witches. See, this book is weird because all this stuff happened toward the beginning, and now they're just kind of hanging out, going to the beach with their friends, talking. I mean, people are obviously knowing that they're still alive, so the witches are coming. And if I told you the title of this chapter, you'd know the witches are coming too, but we'll find out more about that. I'm going to play a spooky game tonight. I hope you're all excited about the lead up to Halloween. Okay, here we are. I skipped the opening part of this where there's like Haunted PS1. It actually had like an opening, like fake PlayStation opening screen on it. This is a game called Security Booth, a game by Kyle Horwood. We're going to check this out and play. If I can figure out how to do it. Escape? Enter? What? Is it the mouse? No, that went over there. Okay, WASD does that. E? Okay. Security booth. Okay, let's play this. It's the 7th of September 1996. Okay, we can look around. Okay, we can look around with the mouse. We have our James Farnham, Carl Mather, Gino Vasquez, Andrew Seth. Okay, these are all the license plates. Oh my God, look at this. Do I have to know this and know who I'm supposed to? Alibaba. Okay, somebody's coming. Let's let him in. Am I not? Oh, that's letting them out. That's letting people out for the night. Okay. No, yeah. Then this will be the door where they come in at over here. Okay. Have fun. Have a good night. So I'm just supposed to hang out. The job rules: make sure to talk to the person in the car. They must work here. Check person's license plate on the front of their car. The person's license plate is on the employee register. Let them in. If they are not on the register, you must tell them to leave. Only open the gate to employees. Keep the gate closed until you've checked the person's plate ID. Oh, well, I didn't do that. With that car, we'll check this one. We'll start talking to people now. Quiet night. That's nice. Today feels like it's going to hell. Let me in. Okay, we have to check the plates. You know you don't have a plate, unmarked car? Oh, there we go. Leo N31. So my job is to check that in the book. So let's look for that. This is kind of annoying that you gotta do this. Leo N31 is Louis Woodhouse. Okay, we can let Louis go. Yeah, we'll go ahead, Louis. I didn't check the first person, but it probably was okay. I guess this is letting them in. I thought this was letting them out. Whatever that is there, I'm letting people in. Okay, so this is eventually going to be something spooky is going to come here, right? This is actually fairly exciting. I can go out here and I can wander around all I want, I guess. Oh, here's in our car. I almost pulled a sick day, but today's just too important to miss. Let me know when I can go in. Okay. Well, I'll let you know. I gotta check. Good boy. It's a good boy. Okay. Well, we'll see if good boy is in here. People have, you know how people get custom license plates and stuff? Let's see. Who's the good boy? George Phillips is the good boy. Okay, he's a good boy. You're a good boy. Go ahead, George. Okay. Yeah, I didn't check the first one. I hope they didn't like try to scam me with the first one. Can I do anything with the phone? No one is on the line. Okay, good. Okay, this is fun. This is fun so far. This is gonna be. I hope this gets really creepy, like Burgers and Frights and stuff. I love these pixelated kind of VHS style glitchy. Nothing weird happening yet. Okay, one of these is gonna be really weird and creepy, right? I don't like it. I have to go out here to talk to them. Night shift again. I hear that no doubt tonight will drag on too much. Not for me, at least. Can I go? XT2M28. Okay, this isn't too hard. I thought this would be a lot harder than this, but it's not. There's not that many. Yeah, this is Mario Vilches. Okay. Go ahead, Mario. Trying to hold you up. You gotta wait for the gate to open all the way before you go. That's something I've learned. I have gates. I have to go to places that have security gates for my job sometimes. The excitement is a rush. We're so close to finish the experiment. We have a few accidents, but someone called Natasha died last week, but it's all worth it in my opinion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My phone is ringing.
Error code 0 5 0 4 7 7. Error code 0.
Huh. 050477. I wonder if that's important. More cars gonna come? I was reading that note about Natasha I just noticed was over there. Uh-oh. Hello? Rather be at home playing games, but I got called in for an emergency. Could you let me in? Huh. AU87UI. I also worked at places where I had to go and do this before. It just bothers me a bit. I'll tell, yeah, where I've had to come in the middle of the night. AU8755. Yeah, that's Ellen Brown. Okay, you can go ahead, Ellen. You're good. Or I've gotten called in the middle of the night for emergencies, and that's never fun. But yeah, frick. My stop sign, my little booth. Anything else going on over here? Wait, the excitement is a rush. Yeah, okay. This is the same thing that was there before. I thought it was different. Oh, here comes another vehicle already. Come from the other direction. Are you okay over there? No, there's an actual person coming that I need to help. Okay, that car is just over there. Another late night. Yeah, same. Mind letting me in? It's FA5AA48. This just kind of reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit. FA5. This would be hard if you didn't have like a very good memory. I had to write these all down. It's right there. Andrea Stavas. Okay, she's on the first page. You go ahead and go in. I'm gonna check out this car that's over here. I'm a bit. Why are you just parked over there? They got no. Close. I just noticed that the Slender Man is over there. Oh, I was gonna check out that car, but the Slender Man got out. Shadow people. Am I right? Okay. That would explain the lights flicker. I'm not leaving my booth. I am not leaving my booth until another car comes. No. What the hell?
System failure. System failure. System failure. System failure.
There was an explosion in the plant. Something happened. Something bad happened. I don't want to leave my booth. Can I leave if I... Oh, here comes somebody. Okay. Let's do our job. This is Nova Nexus HQ, right? Today's my first day and I got a little lost running late. Mind letting me in? Let's see. DE4T93. I'm expecting to have a really creepy license plate if it's bad. I bet this is gonna be it right here though, right? This is a really weird thing. It doesn't seem right. DE4 T93. No, you're not on the list. I have to ask you to go away. No, I'm not letting you come in. That's right, you get out of the, wait, what? You go on, get out of here! You're not coming in, Slender Man. Yeah. There you go. Slender Man's gonna be pissed that I didn't let him in. Oh, jeez. Oh. These noises. It's gonna get into me. There's gonna be like a jump scare or something at the end of this. Okay. Oh, there's a note over here now. I just noticed this. The director is still running tests. I'm gonna shoot him if he goes in any longer. We gotta get all the notes to get Slender Man. Okay. Oh, there's a note here too. We should read that. Help me. Hang on, we'll help you in a second. No! What's this say? If the director keeps running his goddamn tests, we'll never get open and classified. Classified, they only take a short amount of time.
Emergency. Emergency. Lockdown system activated. Security weapons activated. Oxygen levels reducing. Your families will be informed of your death.
What?
Emergency. Emergency.
What? Security weapons? I don't have weapons. My families will be informed of my death. Let's just read this other note. I'm just noticing these notes. Finally, the experiment has been improved. I would so feel that Classified would really change this company and world for the better. Oh, Nova Nexus, what are you doing? Okay, hang on. I'm letting it out. Yeah, that's the first person I had to let out. Hey, take care. Have a good night. And then a car fell from the ceiling. Okay. Ending 1. I'm guessing there's more endings. That was not what I expected to happen. That was creepy, though. PSX. Yeah, that was plenty creepy. It was enjoyable. So I hope you enjoyed that. We're back here at Security Booth. Yeah, that was a good time. Well, we'll see you next time on the Witching Hour, where nothing bad or weird is ever going to happen to us, or creepy this week, because it's not. I'm not going to stop reading the Witchmaster book. Take care, all.